I have bypassed YouTube's security protocols and gained access to its deepest secrets. Oh no, somebody's coming! Trevor here, Hollywood editor turned full-time realtor.
Want more people to watch your awesome videos? Go ahead and subscribe by clicking right there.
Do it!
Sorry, he gets excited. Also, tap the bell or AI Trevor will, hack your computer and disclose your secrets. YouTube is a business. It has to make a ton of money to pay for that massive infrastructure that serves us up gazillions of hours every day of those videos that we cherish. To make money, YouTube really has only one goal: to get as many people as possible to watch as many videos as possible for as long as possible so they can run more ads and make more of that filthy lucre. Sounds evil, doesn't it? Shouldn't I be able to post an unlimited number of videos so I can market my business to billions of people for free without having to endure the occasional pain of an ad? No, I really shouldn't. The only reason Google and YouTube exist is because of capitalism, which thus far on the planet has done more to help the human race grow than pretty much anything else. Personally, a big fan. How do us business-owning capitalists take advantage of that? We know what YouTube's main objective is, but how do they implement it? It's with something called the YouTube algorithm. Now, everybody calls it that. It's really gazillions of algorithms, but we'll just call it the YouTube algorithm to, fit in. What are the two things that YouTube focuses on most to achieve its evil objective? Clicks and watch time. In the beginning, YouTube was less smart. They would see what videos got clicked on, assumed those were amazing videos, and they fed them to more and more people. The people were smarter than YouTube. They figured that out, so they learned how to game the system. They would fill up the metadata with things people were searching for. Metadata are the things you type that Google can read, like in your titles and your descriptions and in your tags. For example, if somebody made a video about Call of Duty and they wanted it to get watched, they might put Call of Duty in the title and then maybe try to hide the words Call of Duty in the description 1,000 times and then add Call of Duty in the tags as many times as possible, and that might help it get lots of views back in the day. It turns out that these videos that were gaming the system weren't necessarily the best videos on those topics. Sometimes they were on completely different topics and people were getting fooled, and YouTube figured that out in around 2012. So they changed up that old algorithm. They started caring more about what is now their most important metric: watch time. How long is a video watched? How long is a viewer on YouTube? A session. What brought them to YouTube in the first place? These are things that YouTube looks at very carefully. If you can get a viewer on YouTube, points. If you can make them watch your entire video, which is really hard to do, points. If you can make them watch another video, more points. Even if the video they watch after yours isn't your video, points. By now, you guys probably know who my favorite YouTuber is to binge watch. Who's yours? Go ahead and post that in the comments below. To get them onto YouTube, I've got some ideas on making that happen right there. You should check that video out when you're done with this one. To get them to keep watching, don't post videos that blow. I mean, that should go without saying. Make awesome content. Hook them in the beginning. Tease them in the beginning so they stay to the end. Most importantly, deliver value with every video. I've got lots of videos on my channel about that, so make sure you subscribe. Here's a couple power tips. Put every one of your videos in a playlist. Whenever you share a video, share it from the playlist so that your next video will play automatically. You'll get more watch time that way. The other power tip is to use an end screen where you encourage them to click on the next video. I've got a video about that right up there. Remember, YouTube uses this information to determine how often they should serve up your video to their gazillions of viewers. It's actually like 2.3 billion active logged in users every single month. And if YouTube likes your video, they're going to serve it to more people. And YouTube likes videos that viewers like. So pay attention to these metrics so your videos can get watched more. After watch time, the next most important metric is clicks. The first 7 days after your video is published, YouTube gives it a little extra juice. They put it out in front of more people than normal to see if it gets any traction. And if it does, they're gonna keep pushing it out. If it doesn't, it'll slowly die. Every time YouTube shows your thumbnail and title to somebody on one of their many pages, that's called an impression. Viewers on YouTube see lots and lots of thumbnails every time they're on. So your job is to stand out and get them to click on your thumbnail. You've got two ways to do that. The first one is thumbnails, that image YouTube shows viewers on all the pages where thumbnails appear, and titles. I've got a video on how to craft a compelling title right there. Your job is to create mind-blowing, colorful, stunning, compelling thumbnails to make people click. You need to upload your thumbnails. If you don't upload a compelling thumbnail, YouTube is gonna choose one for you and it's gonna blow and no one's gonna click on it and no one's gonna watch your videos. If you don't wanna learn how to do that yourself, I mean, there's apps you can use online that'll help that are pretty inexpensive or free and easy to use, such as Canva or Photopia. But if you don't even bother learning that, just hire somebody to make thumbnails for you. You can go on Fiverr or Upwork or any other number of places to find a graphics guy that'll make thumbnails for you. Power tip: create a template and use that template so it's easy to swap it out every time with your new content. Here are some tips for creating compelling thumbnails. You want to use very bright, oversaturated colors that conflict with YouTube's colors. YouTube, like black, red, gray, white. Don't use those colors, use other colors so you stand out outside of YouTube. Another thing you want to do is over sharpen your image. That makes it sharper, more in focus, like extra focused. And if you look at it really big, it'll look terrible. But thumbnails, remember, they're itty bitty, itty bitty. So you want to look at your thumbnails small as you create it and see that it looks great small and is very readable. Another tip is to use 2 or 3 really big words on the thumbnail to give viewers another indication what the video is about. Can be a little bit more sensation, a little more fun, a little more clickbaity, but you gotta deliver on it because clickbait can be good. Don't repeat what's in the title, say something else. Take advantage of that additional real estate, the thumbnail, to say something else that'll make people want to click. One thing that has been proven to work very well, time and time again, are close-ups of expressive faces. You should probably take a photo and design your thumbnail before you ever film the video. However, one trick to make this easier is at the beginning of every video when you start recording, think about what you want that thumbnail to look like. And if you're gonna use your face, go ahead and freeze frame yourself. And then use that for your thumbnail because at least you thought about it. So what's the first thing somebody sees when they are on a YouTube page, whether it's the home page or they've done a search and they're looking at the results? The first thing they see is the thumbnail. We just talked about that. The next thing they do, if the thumbnail grabs their attention, is they read the title. I just made a whole video about that right there. You should totally check it out. Here are some quick title tips. You need to make a title that you would click on. It should be a title that is based on a topic that you researched by doing keyword research before you ever hit record. Don't create titles that a computer would click on. Create titles that a person would click on. YouTube's algorithm is designed to respond to what people want to see. Make it teasy, make it fun, maybe a little mysterious. Tell part of the story, but don't give the whole thing. Make them have to watch your video to see how that title ends. Do that, and you're gonna be way ahead of almost everybody else on YouTube. Oh, and as I think I mentioned, if you're making it kind of clickbaity, which is okay, just make sure you deliver on what you promised them in the title. Luckily, YouTube lets you see how you're doing with these now exposed algorithm secrets. To see how you're doing with watch time and click-through rate, how good you are at getting people to click on your videos, open up YouTube and do this. Here in the top right, click on your icon and select YouTube Studio Beta. Then click on Analytics here on the left. Click on Reach Viewer and you get some fun stats for your channel. Scroll down and you'll see the watch time funnel. At the top, we see how many times your content has been seen in the last 28 days by default. You can change that right here. Here I can see how many of these impressions, that's the number of times YouTube has shown my thumbnail and title to people on YouTube, were from YouTube recommending my content. Here's the big one, click-through rate. I can see what percentage of people actually saw my thumbnail, and then clicked on it, the click-through rate. To get it higher, create better titles and better thumbnails. That's the goal. Then we can see how many total views that got, the average view duration, and how many minutes were watched. This is solid gold, guys. You need to jump into YouTube Analytics at least once a week to see how you're doing and figure out what you can do to make things better. Remember, the higher the click-through ratio and the higher the watch time, the more YouTube is going to promote your videos for free. And the more people that watch your videos, the more houses you're gonna sell. I'm gonna show you something else that is super, super helpful for you to make better videos. Go ahead and get back into Analytics. Remember, go to your icon, click on YouTube Studio Beta, and then click on Analytics on the left. Scroll down and you will see there on the left your top videos. Click on one of them, scroll down, and you will see an audience retention graph. This graph shows you how long people watched your video and what percentage of the video they watched. It also shows you a graph so you can see exactly when people started bailing on your video. You can even dig a little deeper by clicking here, and you can see in the video where people dropped off. Is your intro too long? Are you pausing too long? Are you on the same shot too long? Do this for all of your videos, and you can find patterns and see what you need to change up, where you maybe need to tighten things up or say things differently or add more shots. This is also solid gold. This is the way you create better video content, keep people on your videos and on your channel longer, get more views, and sell more stuff. Speaking of growing your business, if you're a real estate agent and you want to double your GCI this year, I've got a free 1-hour webinar at videosecretswebinar.com. I promise if you watch this and implement what I show you here, it's going to change your world. There are lots of other metrics that I'll get into in other videos. Remember that data is your friend. To learn to share your videos on social media, go ahead and click right up there. Don't forget to subscribe. I can't wait to see the stories you have to share.